Just a fact, man, just a fact.
But the same actors play different parts through all those episodes.
Kept the budget down.
Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you everyone for being here and watching on TV. Okay. Election results. I have the results in front of me here. I need a motion to accept the election results as presented.
So moved.
Motion's made. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Accepted. Now I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.
James got a souvenir.
And don't say ash on it.
All right, all of the elected officials, if you want to come up, Susan, Carol, everybody, Mayor Cox. We'll just do it as a group if y'all don't mind. I think if you just kind of stand in a horseshoe here, it'd be fantastic. Maybe back more like.
Oh.
Was it boy, girl? Relax, Jared. Get some elbow room there.
I'll stay back just a second.
All right. We're going to do your oath of office. If you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Bruce Cox,
Do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution,
I will support the Constitution,
the laws of the United States,
the laws of the United States,
the state of Missouri,
the state of Missouri,
and the ordinances of the city of Hermann.
and the ordinances of the city of Hermann.
And I will faithfully demean myself
I will faithfully demean myself
and perform all the duties
and perform all the duties
of the office
of the office
for which I have been elected.
for which I have been elected.
And I possess all qualifications
I possess all qualifications
prescribed for said office,
prescribed for said office,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations to all. And I'm gonna have you
Bruce, was
all,
You was the tallest one up there, Bruce. You were the tallest one.
Bruce. Carol, and Senator. Yes, thank you.
Oh, I was supposed to do something.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
On
You
your
gotta
left.
take the long way around.
Yes, and here's your little name tag for now.
Temporary.
Welcome aboard.
Okay.
You'll be my left-hand man.
David, would you come up real quick? I have a proclamation and appreciation for Alderman David Ferber. Whereas David Ferber has diligently served as Alderman for the 2nd Ward of the City of Hermann during the period of December 8, 2014 through April 11, 2022, a tenure of 7 years. And whereas David Ferber has given of himself and his personal time to the City of Hermann during this term of office to an extent well in excess of the usual call of duty. And whereas the Mayor and the Board of Aldermen of the City of Hermann, Missouri, desires to express our appreciation to David for his extremely exemplary service on several boards and commissions, including the Park Board, Landmarks Commission, Tourist Commission, and Arts Council. And whereas David will be remembered as a loyal, trustworthy example of the finest kind of Hermann civic volunteer, even serving as coordinator for the veteran flag ceremonies. Now therefore it is hereby proclaimed by Mayor of the City of Hermann, Missouri, on behalf of the Board of Aldermen and other officials and citizens of the City of Hermann, that a public expression of appreciation shall be and hereby is given this day to David Ferber. Be it further proclaimed that the original of this proclamation is presented to David Ferber in recognition of his esteem in which he is held. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused cause the official seal of the city of Hermann, Missouri to be affixed this 11th day of April, 2022. Thank you, sir.
It's been an honor.
Okay, onward. Mayor's report. Short as usual, starting the new term short. First of all, I want to thank everyone for the support and your votes to re-elect me as your mayor for the next 2 years. I'm looking forward to the future of Hermann. I'm hoping that the Board of Aldermen and I can work together and get some positive things done for Hermann. We are a blessed community and Hermann has a bright future. Our latest tax reports are very positive. There are several good things that are going to happen in the future here in Hermann. So just stand by. There's a lot of exciting things coming down the pipe. So again, you're blessed to live in Hermann, Missouri. Again, thank you for your support. We'll move on to city administrator report.
Okay. Yes, so I have the sales tax deposits for April, and what did we forget? Are we good? Okay.
Go ahead and do yours, and then we need to do a.
No, let's do that first. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I skipped that. We need to elect a president for the Board of Aldermen, but President does stand in if the mayor can't be here.
I would like to make a motion Susan Mayer be appointed as the president of the Board of Aldermen.
Motion's been made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion's made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Sorry about that, it's my first time here.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you can carry on.
Sales tax deposits for the month of April were 32% over last April. Our total year to date is trending at 18%. Law enforcement tax. As everyone knows, that passed countywide. The Hermann results were yes 241 and no 284. So Hermann would have voted it down by a margin of 43, but it obviously received much stronger support in the south end of the county, and overall it won by 193 votes. The county reached out to me this week and asked for a letter confirming our desire to participate in the receipt of the tax allocations, to which I responded yes, and delivered that letter to them. And we will, there should be, that intergovernmental agreement should be forthcoming. The gas rates, April billing is, the gas rate is $1.33, and we already have May and June. Those are $1.24 and $1.21, so they are going in the right direction. Refuse and waste, however, Tri-County, as you know, we have our contract with Tri-County. Dennis Ingeman called me last week and said that they're going to have to enact the fuel surcharge that was in our contract. So the contract said for every thing over $3.50 per gallon, the city would be responsible for the difference. So we've obviously hit that. So we will start paying additional for gas. And the tipping fee has also increased by $1.50 per ton. We're still taking everything to Martinsburg. It brings our tipping fee up to $52, which is still a lot cheaper than like the 80-something that is in Washington. But we've been absorbing the tipping fee for a while, I guess what I'm asking is if we can continue, I think we can continue for the city to absorb it. If we passed on these increases to the customer, it would only be like 85 cents a month. So maybe we can talk more about it at budget time. You know, it doesn't sound like a whole lot when you break it down per customer, but for the city, it's gonna be about $12,000 a year. And right now, I think we can cover that, but we can discuss it further at budget time. As you've noticed around town, there were like 3 water leaks on the west side of town this week. The guys in the Public Works Department assure me that they're not related. They're just oddly flukes. There's still that big open one there on Washington, and that is because our maps had the wrong side, the pipes there labeled by the wrong size. So our guys had supplies for fixing it according to the size the map said, only to dig it up and find out that that was inaccurate, unfortunately. So there's parts on order. The chamber building is going to begin, as I think everybody knows, the chamber building is the city, firehouse is the city's building. We lease it to the chamber for $1 a year. They are responsible for internal things, and we are responsible for external repairs. They are allowed to make alterations and repairs, and they did contact me and tell me what they're doing. They're building kind of a partial wall so they can utilize the front part of that space for the community. I think they have some ideas for to do some interactive things there for businesses and maybe like a pop-up office space. So anyway, they're doing that and doing some repainting. We, of course, were notified, a few months ago about the problem with the foundation water leakage and causing some damage inside. We've had this appointment scheduled a couple different times. It's been canceled, but Jesse is meeting on site with a foundation repair person Wednesday. They should give us at least some basic estimates, and then obviously we'll have to go out for bids because it's going to be over $5,000. So it's going to be an expensive fix, unfortunately, but we'll bring that to you all. So I need to address Meet the Candidates night. There were some comments that were made at Meet the Candidates night. That's now been about a week and a half ago by mayoral candidate Bob Sitton. He made some very serious accusations regarding the work ethic of City Hall staff. He made these comments in that very public forum, and some of those comments were then reported in the local newspaper, and the meeting video was posted on Facebook. So the fact that these accusations have been broadcast so publicly really necessitates this public response. The City Hall staff were accused of not putting in full 8-hour work days, but playing on their phones and personal devices, reading books. He said they were standing around lollygagging. And to continue to quote Mr. Sitton, he said, "If I told you what I've seen going on in that office, you would come unglued." I approached Mr. Sitton about these comments shortly thereafter, and he had, since he never addressed those concerns to me ever, he said his comments were his opinion based on what he saw. So I asked him to please tell me what he saw. He said I had an employee who was playing on a personal tablet. I asked him if he knew that the laptop that city employee had been using was old and incapable of streaming required safety videos. So this employee brought in their personal tablet in order to conduct those meetings for the city, and would on occasion use their personal device for ease in taking various meeting minutes because the city doesn't supply tablets. But Mr. Sitton said that no, he did not realize that was the case. I asked him what else he saw. He said he saw employees reading newspapers. I said, did you know that the city subscribes to those newspapers from almost all of the cities that our gas pipeline runs through? And part of those employees' job is to look for utility-related news articles, land transfers, and our required PSC ads. But he did not realize that was the case either. Other accusations included reading books, playing on cell phones. What he thought were employees reading books and playing on cell phones on city time is actually employees taking their lunch breaks at their desks. In fact, the ladies in the front office, when there's the 2 of them and when the other one is absent, the remaining one literally stays at their desk all day, tries to eat their lunch between phone calls and getting up to wait on customers, and in essence gets no lunch break at all. Everything he thought he saw was taken completely out of context, and the actual truth of the matter was 180 degrees opposite of his assumption. You all know my work ethic. You know the kind of hours I keep. You know that we are operating short-staffed. And I can assure you, I would never tolerate from my staff the things that they were accused of. And I assure you that those things are not happening. I will stake my personal reputation to stand behind each of my City Hall employees. They are dedicated, hardworking people of integrity that go above and beyond what is required of them to serve this community. City Hall reputation with our citizens is immensely important. It's so important to me. And to have our reputation impugned so unfairly is very, very disheartening. I want our community to know that they can trust that their tax dollars are hard at work and that they can have full confidence in the staff serving them at City Hall. Thank you.
Okay, public comments, Mr. Abraham?
Well,
Would you come up to the center here?
right here.
Yeah, that's fine, there's a speaker there. Yes, sir, what can we do for you?
Oh, I just, I was waiting for the,
Mr. Abraham,
Hi.
hi. We talked on the phone, so what do you
yeah,
tell
we
me?
talked a lot. I've been, as some of you know, I've been pushing this CTOL booster pump project. And Ms. Langer informed me that it's on the agenda tonight. So I thought I'd come and thank you all. Basically, it's just a thank you.
It's been a long, long period, but we're finally getting her done.
Yeah, 2 years, 2 years. I was just looking in the file, actually, going through it. It goes back to Mark Wallace, where we kind of started this thing. Anyway, so I thought it'd be more appropriate after you guys, after the board signed on to the contract than before. So I am assuming that it's going to go well.
Okay.
And I thank you so much.
I'd like to thank you, Mr. Abraham, because citizens complain and they never do anything about it or come to us, and that's what everybody needs to do. Come to us and let us try to help you, and we can help.
Well, thank you. You've been very, very supportive. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. We have no ordinances this evening, so we'll move straight on to old business. Old business is the draft ordinance on the food trucks.
Right. And so progress has been made. I announced at the last meeting that I would be meeting with Attorney Mark Piontek, who appeared here and made some comments and is representing some property owners. And I did that. We didn't do it that Wednesday or the following Friday. With one rescheduled appointment was my fault and one was his. But we did get together Friday, 3 days ago, and at least the lawyers, I think, were able to agree on some reasonable language for this, and it took into account everyone's comments, both made at the meeting and over email here and there. So we will have that for you at the next meeting. Mayor, probably still under old business and in draft, and you can mark it all up or say you like it, whatever you'd like to do.
Okay. All right. Any other old business? Any new business?
I have some new business. I've had several citizens complain to me in the last year, and it took me that long, but I went and checked. But behind the Baptist church, there's a sign that says no dumping, and there's been stuff dumped down there. There's pieces of wood. I've got pictures of it all, but is that city property or is that the church's property or?
I believe that's a church's property.
The church wanted, I'm going back to things Mark said, and I'll have to check with, Jesse's not here. But at one point, we were purposefully, they invited us to dump things there.
Yeah,
because
they were
wanted
trying to fill that
Yeah,
back farther.
right. So I'm not sure exactly if that's the situation you're referring
There's
to.
like furniture,
Oh.
painted wood. It just, yeah, so I don't know if we can check that out and do something about it.
I'm pretty sure that's private property though. I just,
Yeah, I can't think of any.
the trash and the wood is not acceptable.
Yeah, mean, it needs to be cleaned up because when the kids get back in there. and take
Yeah,
that
I can
wood.
get Bob sitting on it.
Okay, any other old business? I mean, new business, excuse me.
I have old business, I just thought of it because of Mr. Fairburn. What about those 69 volt lines?
Yep, that is in process still. It's really just up to the attorneys now, working with the attorney for Central and trading documents back and forth. So we're hope to have that done soon.
Anything else? We done? Okay, we'll move on to motions. We have a motion to accept the previous minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion been made, a second?
I'll second.
Motion made, and second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Invoices for payment.
Well, I'm sitting in the chair, so I move to pay bills.
Very good job. We have a motion. You'll have a second.
I'll second.
Motion made, and second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Pay the bills. Conditional use permit renewal for outdoor liquor consumption for the Loose Caboose Saloon, Beth Osler, 113 West Fifth.
Is our police chief there?
Yeah. Get back there.
Have we had any complaints?
No.
Any other discussion? We have a motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Motion been made, second, please.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Appoint David Ferber to the Park Board and reappoint Tim Kramer.
Move to approve both.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Approve purchase of material and supplies from Flynn Well Drilling for the CTOL booster pump project in the amount of $80,761.
I move to approve.
Motion's made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
So carried. Caterers permit, Wood Hat Spirits, Gary Heimgartner, MyFest Amphitheater, May 21st, 2022. Have a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Motion's been made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Picnic liquor license for the Hermann J.C.'s MyFest Oktoberfest Beer Garden, Sesquicentennial Park, May 20th, 21st, October 1st, 8th, 15th, 22, 29, and 30th, 2022.
I move to approve all of that.
Motion's been made, second.
Second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
So approved. Special event application for VFW Post 4182, 5K Walk and Run Music Silent Auction Riverfront Park, July 2nd, 2022. Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Motion's made, second.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Special event application for the Tourism Department Wine and Jazz Festival Amphitheater, August 27th, 2022.
I'll move to approve.
Motion's been made, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Festival event application, Hermann Arts Council Arts and Crafts Festival, 314 Gutenberg, Wagon Works Building, May 21st, 2022.
I move to approve.
Motion been made, second.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
So carried. Amended festival event application for the Tourism Department, street and parking space closures for additional MyFest vendors on May 20th and 21st.
Could this be read, what they are, so that the citizens know that we're adding this street, so that those that live there know?
And yes, it's just going to be a portion of 3rd Street. We have a map here attached, so I guess it's pretty much just across from the depth of the Sesquicentennial Park is what 3rd Street will be, and then the Gutenberg parking spots from 3rd to 5th on the west side.
Move to approve.
Motion been made, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. We have no reports, we have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion been made, a second.
I'll second.
Motion made and second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you, folks. Short meeting.
Don't get used to it.
Thank you very much.
I got
Carol.
We have Bill's initial.